Wow, that's really loud, you smacking in my ear with your lunch.
Oh, you look cute.
Ew. Yes, I said it's disgusting. This is like anti-ASMR. It's disgusting, actually. Ew. Okay.
That's mukbang.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. You get to listen to Carrie eat her lunch. It's very loud and smacky.
No, I'll edit this out.
I don't think you should.
It's very upsetting.
Okay, so today it is Awkward Encounters Day.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. And we're only a little bit later than we normally would have been. Normally, we would have wanted to record a week ago. That didn't happen.
That did not happen. And why was that?
You were ill. Desperately.
Oh, okay. You're going to only blame this on me, right? Not the fact that I told you last week on Wednesday to bring your shit so we could record at a time slot that we had both available.
Yeah.
And what happened?
I didn't bring any of my stuff. Not one item.
Yeah. So what about that?
Well, sorry, dude, my bad.
Yeah, fine.
Did you lose your sunshade?
No, I lost my whole ass mic.
So we have not discussed what we're going to do today.
Not at all. No. But I think we should maybe talk about the events of this past weekend.
Yep. That sounds good.
Maybe talk about I don't know, we have like a handful of
we have ideas.
Recent stories.
Yeah, and also I think if we want to keep it funny, we shouldn't over-rehearse. I mean, save it for the pod, Carrie.
Save it for the pod. We are funnier when we don't pre-rehearse.
It is true.
I hear Axie.
Yeah, he's running by.
Somebody told you a really good idea of what we should do for a future podcast, and this is episode 4. Maybe we could do that for episode 5.
Ooh. Well, okay, maybe when like people want to hang out with us a little bit more. So I said like let's do it in like December, like Merry Christmas and the Holy Ghost.
They could meet our ghost.
Well, that's true. So Kira also did suggest we should do an overnight one. You and I at the salon. We'll get out and like the Ghost Box app.
Get that app?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
Yep.
A ghost hunting app, do a ghost hunting event. I am down for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You stumbled your way through that entire conversation, and then I just noticed you moved on. Maybe you cut out.
Past it?
You just like... Okay, go back. Maybe I heard you incorrectly, but it sounded like your words didn't come out.
I don't go back to where? Go back to when I said that we should do a ghost hunting adventures at the salon, have them meet our ghosts.
No, I meant when you edit it.
Edit it?
Never mind.
Oh, when I edit this, go back and hear what I have to say because it sounds like a jumbled masterpiece.
Yeah, something like that. And also I said I didn't know if it was my headphones or you, but I'm glad we extended this an extra like 45 seconds.
It is what we do here.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, should we say what our adventure was this weekend, why we couldn't record?
Should we introduce ourselves in the podcast first?
Hey, I'm Laura.
I'm Carrie, and this is Awkward Encounters. This is our podcast. We are sisters, and this is the horrific tales of our stupid doings.
Yep.
Is that a good
Usually
overview?
More Carrie's than mine, just because it tends to be a little bit more you, but you got to have somebody to riff the stories off of, right?
Yeah. I do have one stupid story that you recently did, so depending on how much time we have... Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Do you want to go into that now?
Yeah, I might as well. I don't even know what it is.
You'll remember.
Jesus.
Because I was there. This was back at the Duluth wedding when you were completing the hair of the mother of the bride.
Okay.
And as you were finishing up, you melted 2 words or 2 sentences together. Do you remember what you told the mother of the bride as you were finishing up her hair?
No, like I remember talking about it, but I don't remember what I actually said, and I kind of remember laughing. What did I say?
So, fortunately, this mother of the bride is a patient of mine, of course, because we don't stray far from the pack.
And she's a Baron High girl. Ooh,
She's a Baron High girl. So she's a client of the salon. Her daughters are clients of the salon, and she's a patient of mine. So we all intersect, and she asked for us to do her hair in Duluth for her daughter's wedding, which is outside of where we typically go.
Yeah.
And when I heard about this wedding taking place, I called her out and I was like, girl, I'm going to be going there, right? Like, I have zero use of, I can't
you don't do hair,
I
you
can't
don't do makeup.
But I will be there. I will be showing up because FOMO.
Yeah.
I cannot be left out of this. And she goes, hell yeah, girl, you are going to be there. So we're running short on time of getting her hair and makeup done. So you had told me, like, she's your client, she's your patient. Can you start getting her hair prepped for me? Starting putting product in it, get it brushed out. So I'm doing that. You went through, curled it, styled it, whatever.
Yep,
she's the last one
prep
to get sent out. And we had done, what, 6 girls' hair and makeup up to that point?
Something like that. Like we start at 8 a.m. and we were done at like 11:30 or something.
Yeah, and we had left your house at 5:30 in the morning. So we're tired, we're hot, we're frazzled, we drove a long way, we're hungry, we're lack of coffee. Anyway, what I'm leading up to is as you are finishing up with her hair, you go, you know what? Good dog.
It's
To the mother of the bride. She's looking beautiful. Her makeup was done. Her hair looked gorgeous. She was about ready to put her dress on, and she's looking at the mirror at herself, and you're like, good dog. And like, what the fuck were you trying to say? You're like, I was trying to say we did a good job. I was trying to say, I don't even know.
Like,
I have been racking my brain trying to figure out what else you were trying to say to her, but it came out good dog.
Good job. Definitely good job.
It was a good job and
something that would have started with a D. But that's right. I did call her good dog.
Yeah. So the reason why I went through that entire story is that we could laugh about this because we know this girl so well. And fortunately, it happened to her and not the bride, not one of the bridesmaids, somebody that we didn't know very well.
As soon as I called her good dog, I was like, what just happened?
And all of us like whipped our heads around and were like, ah! And I immediately holler, save it for the pod!
Did yell save it for the pod.
And
I totally forgot about it till right now.
She knows that we started a podcast. She knows what it's about. And I'm sure she will be listening to it also.
Oh my God, that is funny. All right.
Also, speaking of her, when I told her the name of our podcast, she goes, you do not strike me as an awkward girl. You do not strike me as somebody who has autism. Like, you seem like such a cool girl. I was like, cool girl. That is really nice of you. That is my coping mechanism.
Yeah. It's called masking.
It's masking. I took that test. I scored 105.
Did we talk about what I scored?
No, we should do that.
No, okay. So
do you want me to pull up the numbers?
Yeah. So Carrie takes these tests. I think the last time we recorded, we said something like, "Oh, I'll do it too. I'll be the."
Okay, I have it pulled up.
Okay. What do you call it when you're the? I'm not like the median. I'm not. Well, whatever. Anyway, but like
the average.
Yeah, something like that. Baseline, maybe. So I decided to take the same exact test from, I think it was like Autism Speaks, as I think where the evaluations came from.
Embrace autism.
Embrace autism. It's not like it's not diagnosing you. It's just saying you may have tendencies, ? So I took mine. If you guys recall, Carrie's first one that she did, she scored a 105.
No, that first one was a 95.
95. But if you are 60 or higher,
65 or higher,
you could trend that you are on the spectrum. I took it, and my first score was
23.
I was literally like, how did Carrie score differently? Like, really had more questions than answers. Okay, and then the second one was about the masking and everything. What was your score on that one?
105.
105. And what was my score?
57.
Yes.
A score of 100 or higher showed that you were compensating for autism.
Yeah.
With that one.
I was a 57.
You were a 57. So, no, you're fine. You are completely normal and boring. You are boring.
I
There's
have
nothing
ADHD.
exciting. Okay. That is so boring.
So the funniest part about all of this is now actually our dad might start listening to this podcast. So shout out, Father.
Hey, Dad. We love you.
Hey, Dad. However, when we were telling Dad this story about how you and I scored on this because we were laughing so hard, Dad kind of had more questions than answers. Like, he was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
what? And
I thought my children were completely fine and normal, and we're like, that's part of the problem, actually.
yeah, we're like, actually, Dad, Carrie might have gotten this little touch from you.
Yeah. And we have
Brilliant
a
man,
story,
very
a recent
smart
story.
Yeah.
But yeah, yes, Dad, you are a very, very, very smart man, and you did not give us any of those traits.
I'm
We've
going to say
discussed this before.
It was either ADHD or the touch of whatever you got.
Yeah.
Dad gave us one or both.
But yes, recently you summed it up perfectly that you and I have zero shame in telling our stupid stories because of our father.
Yeah, like there's plenty of stories where you should just be like, I'm going to keep that one to myself.
Or
And then
lie
it's
about
like-
it. It's a white lie. Like, it's not going to hurt anybody. I can just keep that to myself.
No one needs to know about this. But then you and I come in and we're like, hey, people, hey.
Listen to this dumbass thing.
This is a really funny story, and now you're going to know about it.
It makes us so relatable.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll start the first part of it because that's the only part I know. And then you have the rest of it. I don't know.
Huh? Yeah.
All I know is that we get a text from our dad and our stepmom, Millie, last week, and they said they were getting ready to pack up. They're going to Arizona. They closed up their camper and everything. And they wanted to know, first of all, if I was available because I turned 40 this week. And last week they said, are you around if we want to drop off stuff? And I said, well, not really. It was like, I got a ton of stuff going on. And they were already going to be on the road. Like, they were already going to be gone. So I don't hear from them anymore after this. You did.
Yeah. So I get a call at around 3:30 p.m. We close the salon. We close work at 5. So at 3:30, I get a call from Millie, and she's in Siren, which is 40 minutes away from our house in Cumberland.
Yeah.
45 minutes, an hour or so from the salon.
Yep.
And she calls me and she says, hey, I'm shopping right now. And it's just me. Your dad went back to the camper because he forgot the keys to the car. So
because they leave their truck with us when they leave for the winter.
Yep. They keep their truck at our house. They have their car with them. So they're driving their car to my house to pick up their truck. But they need their extra pair of keys for the rest of the winter in Arizona.
So they were going to give you one set of keys and then keep the other set of keys for themselves.
No.
Both sets of keys were going to you.
No, I will keep both set of truck keys.
Okay.
They needed both sets of car keys for themselves for the winter in Arizona.
Okay. I'm following.
Yep. So Dad leaves Millie at a store in Siren, goes back
30
to
minutes.
the camper, 30 minutes back to the camper, and he walks into the camper and he's like, the keys should have been on the counter, but the keys are not on the counter. So he's like, well, that's weird.
So he actually, just a quick interject, but he couldn't find the keys, but he did realize that he had like left some other stuff on.
Yeah, like he needed to plug in the solar panel thing or something.
And like something else. So he was like, oh, well, good thing I came back because I had to do that.
Yep, that was great. So he did that also, but he was like, well, maybe I left the keys around there, and looked there. Nope, they're not there. So there's like a little storage cubby. He looks in the storage cubby. Nope, not there. So he calls Millie up. He says, Millie, did you put the keys somewhere else? Nope, Millie didn't misplace the keys. So he's like, well, shoot. Did I leave them in the truck? Like, were they with me the whole time? I'll check the truck, because that's typical of Dad. He looks in the truck.
Always losing his keys or locking them into something, yeah.
Yes. And he looks in the truck, and nope, they're not there. So what has Dad done for the past 13 years? Because he has always, like you just said, lost or locked in his set of keys. So how does he manage his sets of keys, Laura?
He like clips them to things.
His belt?
His belt. He usually clips them to his belt.
Or so he has one set of keys in his hand and one set attached to his belt. Always. Duplicate of everything. 2
sets of keys on body at all times.
Because he always locks them in things or leaves them behind.
Mm-hmm.
So after he checks all of these locations, Laura, where did he find this set of keys?
Attached to his belt that he'd been wearing all day.
That it was attached to him all damn day. So he drove 30 miles back, realized
30 miles one direction,
realizing that they were attached to him the whole time, and then drove 30 miles back to the camper. But at this point in time, he did not tell us this story. All he said was, we're running a little bit behind because I forgot the keys.
Yeah,
he showed up at your house. We had a
Yeah.
great time. They left to Arizona late. Later in time, I don't know if we're going to tell our road trip story or not, but we found out later along the line that this is how the story went, that he had the keys clipped to his belt the whole time. Not only that, who else did he tell the story to?
His tow truck guy.
Their car broke down. So Dad's small talk was telling this entire story to the guy who towed their car from the side of the road.
Awkwardly telling this story to somebody who did not need to know this story. Where do you get it, Carrie? Where?
My papa.
Share that story with anybody. He could have said he found the freaking keys on the ground. He didn't have to say he was literally wearing them where he has clipped them every single day for 12 years and then he drove all over. He didn't have to say any of that, but he did.
Yeah.
And that's where we get our need to share all the stupid stories.
Overshare, and again, where we got our awkwardness from.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Dad. You could have given us your math abilities, but no. We use our fingers for that.
Where's the math abilities? Jeez. Not here.
Oh, now that we decided that I can do girl math, I think that maybe there is a touch of math ability in there after all, just not in the conventional way.
Yep. Yeah.
So another side note, we impressed my father by measuring Laura's deck. We had talked about buying a rug for Laura's deck, and I told Dad that I didn't have a tape measure. And he goes, well, how are you going to buy a rug for Laura's deck? And I said, well, I saw in the house listing.
Hang on, wait. We did have a tape measure, but we told him we could do the measuring without one.
Yeah, by using my body length. So I know that I am 5'8", and I laid down on your deck.
Yep.
And it was shorter than that. So if I sat down and put my feet flat up, like heels flat up against your sliding glass door, to my hips, I counted that 4 feet.
Yeah.
And then if I laid back down and like slid a certain weight, you know, and added a certain number to that, however I did that.
Minus the head, so you cut your head off.
Okay. I don't remember how I did that now.
Inches. Yeah. Well, you rolled around a little bit, too.
I did. I rolled around and I scooted around a little bit. And either way, I added up the measurements and I said this deck is 4 feet, 7 inches.
And Dad was like horrified.
No way.
Horrified. No, not only that, he was like, oh my God, like, no, watching his daughters.
He's like, girls, absolutely not. This is unacceptable. I have taught you better than this.
Yes.
No chance. Like, you cannot measure that way. And I said, Dad, also, in addition to that, I added an inch, fully knowing that I would, I had to measure up.
Yep, and you were wearing shoes.
I had to measure up in case the rug was going to be bigger. Like, I would rather have the rug be smaller. So
Absolutely.
I measured up.
Yeah.
I measured up.
How
so
close
I know
were
this.
you
This is
when Dad pulls out
his tape measure. I said that the deck was 4 feet 7 inches based off of my measurements, based off of only using my body. He pulled out his tape measure. It was 4 feet 5 inches. It was 2 inches.
It was closer than that. It was 1 inch.
It was 1 inch off?
You were 1 inch off. Because Dad was like, I thought he should have been a little more impressed than he was. He was still kind of like, oh my God. Like, no, how? And we said, girl math. Measuring.
Yes. So yeah, maybe in a less conventional way than book smarts, we somehow did get some of Dad's smarts, but
yeah. I think right now Dad's going, if he's listening, he's going, no. Don't
ever say that again.
All right. Do you want to do a Russian roulette and pick out a story to tell?
All right. Can you riff for a little bit? That's not the type of riffing I was hoping for.
You want me to just go off? Oh no. Well, now I'm on the spot. Okay, actually, I could say this off of the last podcast. I still think that you should go through and find the video of me spilling my wine across the floor and then having to run back and forth and quick mop it up. Because at the bare minimum, that's just going to be a funny clip to post.
Yeah, I can do that.
You're talking.
Okay, so I did a Russian roulette and it pulled up police stories. Do we want to go into police stories?
Okay. I don't know how long this is going to be. Are you talking about mine or yours?
Well, you have some and I have some.
Okay. All right. I can do one. Yeah. Okay. Here's my police story. This one was one from a couple of years ago, and I was driving down the highway. I had just dropped off the kids, and I had a rough morning with the kids. Like, they were just kind of awful in the way that kids are just awful. And then I also feel like, we always think our own children are assholes, but yeah. So I'm like yelling at the kids, and I've turned into a psycho mom, and I'm dropping them at that school, and we finally just pull in, and I'm at this point just like, get the fuck out of the car, I gotta go to work. Driving away, that's like the sun is shining, and it was just this beautiful morning. And it was fall. I specifically remember it was fall because that is also my favorite time of year. And as I'm driving away, I'm like, my sweet babies. How could I be so mean to my sweet babies? I am the worst mother in the world. Like, I am just devastated over how, ew, I have something in my mouth. It's hair. Seriously, just
performance of a century, people. Character and scene.
And I was like berating myself, just like, you stupid bitch. You are a horrible mother and a horrible parent. Like, how do you yell at those sweet angel children? Like, on and on. Well, at this point, I glance up and I find that there is a police officer behind me, a county sheriff. And I was going, I'm going to say, let's say 69 to 70 miles per hour in a 55. Like,
whoopsies.
Yeah, it was like it was substantial enough of like, I was like, oh my God, yeah, I should have been pulled over for sure. So anyway, I'm sitting there just contemplating my life, just staring, looking for my ID, like looking for all the stuff. And the guy comes up to the side of my window on the passenger side. And he's like, hey, do you know why I pulled you over today? And I was like, because I was speeding. And he goes, okay, did you have something that was going on? Or, you know, were you just maybe not paying attention? He was being really nice about it.
And then Psycho Laura appears.
Start fucking bawling. And I'm like, I was speeding because I had just yelled at my children. And I am a horrible mother. And I deserve this ticket. I deserve it. Just give it to me. Here's my information. And I've lost it. Speaking of performance of a century, me recreating it right now, on point. Now, this was not an act when I was getting pulled over. I was literally sitting there just dejected and bawling. So this nice officer, I don't even think he's gone for 45 seconds before he's back. I don't even think he checked my stuff. He might have, but I don't think he did. And he's just like, it sounds like you're having a rough day. Why don't you just slow down? It happens to everybody. He's like, it's not a big deal. I just want you to calm down. When he says calm down, I'm like, what are you being so nice to me? I deserved that ticket. Like, thank you so much. He's just psycho. And he's just, it's just like, please just calm down before you go anywhere else. So I was just like beyond. So then I cried the whole rest of the way. I decided I deserved a coffee. So I cried the rest of the way to Caribou. And the entire time I'm like, I didn't deserve that, but he let me off. Like, that was the nicest man I think I've ever met in my entire life. I walk in and I run into Christine from episode 1. My friend Christine, standing in Caribou, and I restart crying as I'm retelling her the story. And
oh my
again,
God,
I didn't need to tell the story. I didn't need to keep crying. So she listens to it and she's like, I'm gonna give you a hug. And I was like, okay. Then I go to the
still friends with you.
I don't know for sure. She's going to my birthday trip, so that was really nice.
That was really nice.
I then get up to the last and final place. Because Lord knows I have to beat a dead horse and run a river dry. Like, I can't just let something happen in my life and move on. I need to tell everybody.
Yes.
So I get to the register at Caribou, and the nicest person in the whole world works there, and that is Heather.
Yeah.
And she's like, how's it going? And I'm like, here we go again. I paid for at least 2 people behind me in the coffee line. I was like,
Jesus.
Here's a $20 bill and just cover theirs because I deserved this and somebody did something nice for me.
Jesus Christ.
That wasn't even
You are a nut job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was a lot. And accurate. All of that. I mean, that is a true story.
I don't think anybody believed that it was not a true story.
True. Well, and I am not encouraging people to behave like that when they get pulled over. That was authentic. I was berating my mothering, which is questionable on a good day.
Right, yeah.
But I was like berating myself. So, I mean, really, you have to deep down reach in and really loathe yourself if you think you're going to want to get out of a ticket like that.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
well,
your turn.
Okay, mine is not nearly as unhinged.
Looking rude.
Yes. The one that I was going to tell until you told that one, I was going to tell the time that I got pulled over for walking my dog.
Okay, I mean, that one's still funny too.
That one is funny, but I guess since we're talking about getting out of tickets, I'll tell the most recent one I got of when I got out of my ticket.
I don't remember this one.
This just happened that happened this year in January.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure I told you, but I was on my way to Agility with Pippin.
Okay.
I was just almost to the border of Wisconsin, Minnesota, but I don't ever cross the border.
Oh,
but
yep.
I was on 94 and was just like I was a mile away from the exit that I would take to get off onto back roads. Wow, did you hear that accent? Roads.
Roads. You were out on the back roads.
I was out on the back roads there.
Oh, slow down.
Oh, I was actually not going too fast this time.
Oh, but you got pulled over on those back roads.
I didn't get pulled over for speeding at all this time. I had plenty of time.
Then I don't know why you got pulled over.
I'll tell you why. Okay. So I was going absolutely the speed limit. And I knew that there was a state trooper in my vicinity the entire time that I was driving on 94.
Okay.
And I was on 94 for like maybe 20 miles or something like that. And I had plenty of time to get to Agility. So I had zero reason to speed. And I was just listening to my podcast, cruising. 94 is notorious for having semis on it. So like, yeah, I'm just kind of like cruising back and forth between right lane, left lane, right lane, left lane. Just like getting around semis and being comfortable in my driving. Mm-hmm. And there was one point where I needed to make the choice to pass the state trooper. And this was 1 mile away from my exit. So this trooper decided that he was going to hang back behind the semi. And I was like, I don't really want to. So the speed limit is, I think, 70 miles per hour or 75 miles per hour.
Okay.
Either way, I was going the speed limit. In order to pass him and to pass the semi, I had to maybe go 3 miles an hour over the speed limit. So I went 3 miles and over the speed limit to go around the semi, to go around him. I pulled over into the other lane going back and went back down to exactly the speed limit. And I'm just cruising. Immediately after passing him, his lights go on and he pulls me over.
No way!
Yeah. And I'm like,
why?
You did not pull me over for going 3 miles an hour over. Like, you and I have been buddies this entire time. So I was like, you've got me for something. I know you've got me for something, but I was like, I don't know what that is.
I was like, I don't know what it is.
Yep. So he pulls me over. And he comes over to my passenger window and I roll down my window and he big shit-eating grin on his face. And he goes, hi. I'm like, hi. He goes, your plates are expired. And I was like,
Shut up!
I'm like, no idea until right then and there. Because I
Which
know.
he didn't realize until you pulled in front of him going 3
Correct.
miles an hour.
Correct. I know that my tabs expire every single October. They always have been. This was January.
So you'd been driving for like 4 months.
3 months.
Did you
with
have
expired-
your tabs at?
No.
Oh.
No.
oh.
That's why they were expired.
No, I mean, like, did you know where the tabs were?
No, because I did not buy them. They
Just
were
didn't-
expired, Laura.
I'm following. It's not like you just didn't put your tabs on. You were like,
no.
not
No,
gonna happen at all.
Like, no. They were done. I was expired.
Yep, gotcha.
So it wasn't even just that my tabs were not on, which I am notorious for.
Yeah.
No, I just had not renewed my plates at all. So in January, as he pulls me over and he goes, "Your plates are expired," like the second that it came out of his mouth, I was like, yeah, they are. And
God.
so he's laughing at me because, like, again, we've been buddy this entire time.
Yeah.
We've been driving right next to each other. So when I passed him and he flipped his lights on, and I've been going the speed limit this entire time,
Also,
just
that
like cruising.
And the whole time you're like, me and this guy,
Yeah, we're
like peanut butter and jelly. We're like, we are friends. And then he pulled you over?
3 miles an hour over. I was like, no, there's something else going on. Well, yeah, there was. So I'm laughing, and I was like, shit, yeah, they are. And he's like, okay, so can you hand me like your insurance and your driver's license? And I didn't realize this until after the fact, but your registration, your car registration, is also part of the whole buying the tab experience. Like, those two are the same thing. So if your registration, your car registration, so normally when you get pulled over, they say license, insurance, and registration.
Uh-huh.
Well, your registration and your tabs are the same fucking thing. So I was like, do you need my registration? And he's like, no, that's expired. I was like, oh, okay. So
to be fair to you, I would not have known that either.
I didn't think about that. So I open up my billfold and I hand him my my ID.
Okay.
And then in my glove box, I open up a beautifully organized system of my insurance cards. I have some information about like when my last oil change was. I have a little extra spending cash in there in case like I need like $20 for emergency funds, whatever.
Yep.
So it's like nicely organized in a little folder inside my glove box. So I pull that out. I open it up. I hand him my insurance card and he looks at that and he hands it back and he goes, "That's expired." I was like, no.
Expired
Can't
too?
be.
How? You didn't pay it.
My insurance was expired. I'm like, no. He goes, yeah. So he's like,
was expired?
yeah. So I'm looking at him and I was like, can I please call my husband? Because I was like, I do have valid insurance. I promise you. I just don't have it in my car. So can I call my husband, please, and show you on my phone? And he's like, okay, I'll go run your ID and I'll get right back to you. And I said, okay, that'd be great. So I call Nick and I'm on the phone with him and I was
Nick.
like, hi, hon, I just got pulled over and here's what I did because I'm an idiot. And he's laughing at me. And so he's sending me all this information. Meanwhile, Pippin is in the car because we're on our way to Agility. And she now realizes that we have stopped the car, the window is open, and she hears Dad on the car. And so she pokes up into the front seat, and she's like, okay, this is really exciting. She's hanging out the car window, and she's listening to Nick on the phone.
Uh-huh.
And Nick sends me the insurance information. So, woo, he saved me. So the trooper comes back up to my window and I hang up the phone and he's like, so how did that go for you? And I was like, so good. I was like, it was so good.
Yeah. This has been a wonderful experience.
He sees Pip and he goes, oh my gosh, who's this? And I said, well, this is Pippin. And he goes, well, where are you guys going to? And I said, well, we just came from work and we're heading to agility. And he goes, oh my God, what kind of a dog is she? And I said, well, she's a corgi. And he goes, oh, she doesn't look like a corgi. And I said, well, yes,
let me tell you,
mismarked face.
Yep, she's a bald face.
Oh, she is so nice. And I said, yeah, she's a therapy dog at my office. And he goes, oh my gosh. And she does agility? And I said, yeah. And he goes, and you're on your way there now? And I said, yeah.
Which is also really funny because her legs are this long.
Yeah.
And I'm holding up my fingers 1.5 inches apart.
Yep. And I said, like, she's AKC titled. She has ribbons in agility. Like, she's a really talented little girl. And he's like,
she's a motherfucking star, sir.
She's a star. You have met yourself a star, sir.
Yeah.
So he's like, can I pet her? And I was like, literally her butt is wagging so hard that it is, her giat is wiggling the car. It's wagging so hard. And her entire front end is out the window.
She's already out of the car. She's already like, sir, you should be petting me at this point.
Yeah, like, I don't know why you are not touching me. And so I'm like, yeah, obviously she's very friendly. So he's petting her and whatever. And I was like, okay, so here's my insurance information that you requested and I have it. And he's like, that is awesome. And he handed me back my ID and he goes, well, you know what? Your dog is really nice. And it is really nice that, you know, I got to meet her. Like, I really like dogs. And I was like, yeah, she's really great. And he goes, so, like, in the nicest way possible, you are really unorganized. Like, this is a hot mess.
He literally said, in the nicest way possible, you are a disaster.
Yeah. I really tried hard. I was like,
also, I'd be like, sir, I do not disagree.
my cute little book, and I was like, do you see how hard I tried to organize everything? And he goes, yeah, but nothing was what's the opposite of expired? Valid? Nothing was valid. Except for my driver's license. My driver's license was valid. Nailed it. I was doing something right. So he goes, because I like your dog and you have a good sense of humor, he's like, I am going to let you off with a warning tonight. But he goes,
good sense of humor.
I'm told that on numerous occasions now.
It is true, and if the law tells it to you, facts.
Don't have beauty on my side. I gotta have humor. Or brains. So he hands me all my stuff back, and he says, you have to have your plates renewed by the end of this week. And he goes, I will be checking them. So at the end of this week, if
like
they are not
believe you?
Yeah, he did not take my word for it. So he goes, I will be checking. If they are not registered by the end of the week, I will be sending you a ticket in the mail. And I said, don't worry, sir. By the time that I get to agility, I will get those purchased. And he goes,
while you're driving? While you're driving.
That's what he said. He goes, by the time you get there.
Carrie!
And I said, no, I didn't mean that. I said, I have plenty of time once I get to agility. Once I park.
Listen, sir, I will be doing this while I'm driving. I will arrive there with everything paid for.
He goes, I am taking the same exit as you, and I will be following you for the next 5 miles. So you better not be updating this, and I will check that that you are not updating while driving, and I will ticket you if I catch you updating this until you get there. And I said,
Were you
yes,
still laughing?
sir.
Did you wave at him? Did you do a big wave when you guys went?
Before him, but I did not wave out the window, but I did like truck it out of there. Like, this is the first time that I have ever gotten out of a ticket ever.
Did you do the guns?
Excuse me. This is also only the third time that I've ever been pulled over in my life.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Well, okay, 4 if you include the time when I was walking my dog and got pulled over.
Which we are counting because we have some time. You could say that.
Okay.
That one's a quick one.
So I've been pulled over 3 times in my car. 2 of those times I have gotten tickets for. This third time, he let me off because my dog is cute and I'm a hot mess.
Yes.
Not beautiful hot. I'm a fucking disaster hot.
Yeah. At least you weren't mentally unwell like I was.
Yeah.
He just thought you were a disaster.
Did not, yeah, he took pity on me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he did.
Because I kept on handing him expired shit going, this is good. This is good. This is good. And he's like, no, ma'am. Yeah. I was a creep and I did look him up later. Because I was like, he's a really nice guy. Like, I wonder who he is.
Yeah.
And I found out that he had maybe only been a trooper for a year.
Okay.
Which I also was like, this kid should have ticketed me then.
Oh, yeah.
Because he needed to get the tickets under his belt. Like, sir, I also deserved that ticket. Like, when I got pulled over and you told me that my plates are expired, I have zero excuse.
You agreed with him.
With him, like, absolutely, I fucked up, and it's actually honestly kind of funny.
Yeah.
I laughed hard when he told me that my plates were expired.
Yeah.
Because I have zero other driving record. The last time I got pulled over for speeding was over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I have are accidents, maybe, but none of them are mine.
No, not your fault.
Not my fault.
Okay, so in the last couple of minutes, you could either tell about the time you were rear-ended, or you could talk about when you were pulled over with your dog. Why didn't you do the dog one? Because
which time that I got rear-ended?
The time when you were going to get your hair fixed.
Okay, the dog one. That's faster.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll add the time I got rear-ended
to the list.
Okay, so this was Rutabaga Fest in Cumberland, which is obviously just by the name of it, you can gather a
world's greatest festival.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal. So I had just gotten Pippin. She, again, tiny little corgi, but
so cute.
She fit in the palm of my hand. She was tiny. And she was 10 weeks old at the time we got her, and I brought her to the festival with me. And as we were leaving the parade, she was exhausted. She was too tired to walk, and I had to get from the parade to my car, which was like probably 2 miles away. I had to park so far away.
Yeah.
And it was hot. And I was like, oh, this poor little baby is so sleepy, so tired. I'm going to have to carry her. So if you're watching, if you're watching this, she was in my forearm, and she could fit on my forearm, and her little legs were hanging down off of my forearm. Her head was in the palm of my hand, and she was sleeping. I was walking down the road like this with tiny little corgi right here, legs hanging down here.
And she was like 10 weeks old.
10 weeks old. Cutest little puppy. She looked like a little fluffy, fuzzy panda bear.
Yeah.
And I'm walking on the sidewalk, and people are passing me, all this kind of stuff. And a cop in a police truck comes up next to me.
Well, he was rolling his lights. He was rolling slow first.
He was rolling really slow. Oh yeah, he rolled down his windows, and he's hollering out the windows at first. Hey, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. And other people are walking by me. And so like they're all like waving at him and like, you know, whatever. And there were other people who were walking up to the truck and stuff like that. And so I was like, he must be talking to them or, you know, whatever. And eventually, like, I'm looking over at him and I kind of waved and whatever. And he just kind of keeps on creeping up next to me. And then he flips on his lights. And that's when I realized, like, oh no, he's pulling me over. While walking. So I'm like, what is going on? And so he stops, he rolls down his window, and he's like, what do you have? I'm like this is my dog. He's like, I like dogs. Like, would you like to meet her?
Okay. Yeah.
She's a cute little dog. I get it. So he's like, yeah, kinda. So I'm like, should I put her through the window? Like, should I feed her through the window? Like, how do I get her to you? And he goes, oh, I'll come out there. So he gets out of his truck and he walks up to me and he's like, oh my God, can I pet her? And I was like, yeah, please do. So he's like petting this tiny little puppy and he's, you know, asking me all the same questions. Like, what is she? What's her name? You know, how old? You know, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you were pulling me over. I would have stopped otherwise. Like,
my dog.
I'm very sorry. I was not resisting arrest, sir. I just didn't know that you were catcalling me.
Not you, your dog.
So then I take her and I'm like shoving her into his chest. Yeah. And I'm like, here, hold her. So he holds her then. And he's like, oh my God, this is the best day ever. And he's like, okay, thank you. And he hands her back to me and he gets back into the truck and leaves. I was like, that is quite possibly the strangest thing that's happened. Well, you know, that is not.
No, you just walk that right back. That is the strangest way you've been pulled over.
That is the strangest way that I've been pulled over. We did just discuss the arguable instrument, so, like, no, we cannot say that this is the strangest interaction.
So many more strange interactions. You shouted, I love you down a grocery store aisle at a poor woman.
Yeah, man, I wish I remember. This next sentence that comes out of my mouth is going to be one of the dumbest things that I say, but
also really
it's going to add zero value to this podcast. But Nick said something this weekend that was so damn funny and so accurate, something along the lines of, like, when you're in Nashville, something about the creeps in Nashville are going to, like, be super attracted to me and stay away from all of you guys because they're going to be clinging to me like a magnet or something. I don't remember, but
I have no idea where are you going with that.
Again, it's going to add zero value to the podcast because it was funny. Whatever Nick said was funny, but I can't
funny, but you can't remember where it was or even re-say it.
Correct. Nicholas, can you comment on the podcast and help a girl out?
Yeah. Hey, we are on Apple Podcasts now. Oh,
we
yeah.
Are.
What?
And YouTube. Yeah, Apple Podcasts is exciting.
That is exciting. I got to figure out how to share it from Apple Podcast. Because if you're watching, I got it up.
Yeah. By the way, that was Laura's one and only job, and guess who did it?
Not me. I can't do everything, Carrie.
Right.
I can't do everything.
What have you done?
I show up. That's what I do.
That is what I have done. I have shown up.
Can you see me here?
Yeah, I see you right there.
Okay, well, that is what I did.
And you somewhat assembled yourself, and your headphones are on correctly. Your microphone
I got my mic
working.
turned on. Yeah.
God, thriving.
I know. All right.
I don't know. Was this a funny podcast?
I don't know. Really, that's probably just what we're going for.
We're just entertaining ourselves. I mean, that's literally the name of the game.
Yeah.
We've already said that in the description that we're just aiming to make ourselves laugh. So you're right.
Sometimes I think other people probably laugh too, but we'll see. Nobody's giving us, don't give us feedback that says otherwise, but nobody's giving us feedback that says otherwise.
That is true. But we also did tell them that nobody is allowed to give us bad feedback because it would hurt our feelings.
Yeah.
We are sensitive little feelings.
Really not willing to change either. So
we can't change our podcast at this point.
No. We have a format that doesn't really, work. So
we actually have a lack of a format and a podcast name.
Mm-hmm,
but that cannot be changed.
No.
So,
and we always show up with smiles on our faces. We're just smiling at each other in the video. Okay. All right. You probably have a patient or something, right?
No.
It's been an hour.
I'm going to not get pulled over heading to agility.
Nice. Yep. Sounds good. All right. Well, I'm at home and I am going to go put some dishes in the dishwasher.
Shout out to Pippin the Mismarked Corgi. You can follow her on Instagram and see all of her agility adventures. You can also follow us at Awkward Encounters Pod.
Mm-hmm.
You can also email us at awkwardencounterspod@gmail.com, and you can send us your awkward encounters, and we would reread them on the podcast for you if you are too embarrassed to share your story with us in third person. First person, but a third guest.
Sounded so professional.
I did not practice.
Oh! God,
Yeah?
that sounded good. I think that's a good sign off. That was really good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, cool.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Next
See
time
you tomorrow.
Next time you hear from us,
I'll be 40 and we will have just come back from Nashville with 10 girls. If there aren't stories coming back from that, then we really have issues.
And there's probably going to be some updates on the Instagram page, so you might want to follow that for some good inside scoops of the happenings.
Great idea.
Yeah.
And this has been your Midwest goodbye.
Awkward encounters. Okay, bye.
Bye.